Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry this time. And well, it's been a while, but it's just that I've been really busy. And it's true, okay? I've been doing a lot of stuff, I'm not lying. And today my ring light broke, so it's a great time to be alive. Anyways, I'm back at reviewing classics, and today I'll start with Frankenstein. Is one of my favorite novels, even though it's underappreciated and disregarded as one of the classics. And well, even though it's so popular, it's so weird. Okay, but see, when you hear the word Frankenstein, what do you think of it? Do you think of a giant green monster? Or how far can we go in raising the dead without damning the living? It's always the first option. And I blame Hollywood for that, but I'll get into it later. For starters, let's talk about Mary Shelley. Mary Wollstonecraft Godwin was born in 1797, and if you're a political literature nerd like moi, you definitely recognize her surname. Yes, she was the daughter of the Mary Wollstonecraft, one of the pioneers in gender studies and the writer of A Vindication of the Rights of Women, and William Godwin, another philosopher and a frontier in utilitarianism. Unfortunately, Mary Wollstonecraft died 10 days after giving birth. And this leads us to some interesting info, such as Mary Jr. was apparently obsessed with her mother and her grave, and often went there just to hang out. And as a child, she learned how to write by tracing her mother's grave. After in life, she also declared her love to her husband there, which is creepy to say at least. If you don't know Percy Shelley, like the rest of Mary Shelley's inner circle, he was a writer and philosopher, albeit an unconventional one at that. At the time they met, he was married and had 2 children. And Mary was 16. Keep in mind that at the time this happened, it was less weird. And well, he and Mary had 4 children, but only one of them survived. And this leads us to the next part, origins. As a book in brain pop culture, I assume that most of you know the basic concept of Frankenstein, defeating death and bringing death to life. As I said, out of 4 kids of the Shelleys, 3 died. And well, their parents weren't obviously in a good mental state. Mary Shelley developed depression, PTSD, and suffered from extreme nightmares that her babies were coming back to life. But really, the story only took form because of Lord Byron. One night, in Switzerland, he proposed that everyone in the manor, the Shelleys, Claire Claremont, and John Polidori, should write a horror story, and the greatest one would be the winner. Shelley, with Frankenstein, or the Modern Prometheus, won. Frankenstein, or the Modern Prometheus, was written in 1818. Its name was brought by the Shelley's experiences in the Frankenstein castle in Germany, where 2 centuries before the story was written lived an alchemist. Although it contains elements of the Gothic and Romantic movements, it is considered a forerunner of science fiction. In fact, Frankenstein is a framed story, written in epistolary form, so it's not your common narrative. It tells the story of Victor Frankenstein and his monster. And yes, Frankenstein is the monster. It's like the IQ chart thing, because it's about how it's told and not what it's told. It's really hard to synthesize this in a suitable manner, but I'll try. Basically, Victor is a brilliant scientist who discovers an elixir of life, yeah, like a philosopher's stone. Then he proceeds to test it and accidentally creates a creature. He deems said creature hideous and tries to destroy it, even though the creature is sentient. Furthermore, the creature is rejected by society because of its monstrosity, even though it has been nothing but good to everyone. Naturally, Frankenstein II gets pissed. That's pretty much it. Not joking. Like I said, this book's strong suit is the execution and the philosophical themes it encompasses. This part is kind of me just nerding out, but I do think it's an integral part because the title of the book is Frankenstein or the modern Prometheus. I much prefer the modern Prometheus, I won't lie. Okay, to understand the book completely, or to try to, you need to understand the myth of Prometheus. In classical mythology, Prometheus is attributed as the creator of mankind. He formed the first man out of clays. In the Greek myth, Prometheus steals the sacred fire of Mount Olympus and gives to the humanity. Zeus, scared that humans would turn as powerful as gods, sentenced him into eternal punishment. He bound him to a rock, and an eagle was sent to eat his liver, which would grow back overnight, only to be eaten the next day. Shelley used the subtitle in her novel. She opened a world to different interpretations. For example, when you believe that Victor Frankenstein's Prometheus, you are saying that he gifted humankind a modern sacred fire, the elixir of life, a blessing pertaining only to gods. And, like Prometheus, going beyond the limits of man has consequences. Prometheus was punished for loving his creation too well by giving him the necessities for progress. Frankenstein, on the other hand, was disgusted by his creation, and his work would eventually turn on him. Okay, now that I said what I needed to say about this novel, let me ask you a question. Why the hell did adaptation change everything from this? Where did that green monster come from? How is this horror? How did you get such a gruesome portrait of a beautiful, profound novel that deals with extremely important themes such as responsibility, morality, grief? How far should science go? For a long time, this conception kept me from being interested in reading this book. I was really not a fan of this horror type thing that Hollywood made it to be. And knowing the reason why Mary Shelley wrote this makes it truly heartbreaking. So yeah, this is a rant, and I am angry. Thank you for watching, folks, and that's it. Please like and subscribe, and if you have any requests, please write in the comments, and bye.